So here we are. It's the eye candy. Not me. And we're out here in Ashland City with
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea is a first-time home buyer, and Chelsea just picked up the phone and called me recently. And what did you ask me?
I said, Bill, how do I go about buying a house? What does that process look like?
And what was my answer?
You said, well, let's get you in contact with the lender, see what that would look like in the way of what you can afford, and then we'll start talking budget and go look at some places.
What were your misconceptions before you called me, the realtor, and I connected you to Wilden from Churchill about buying for the first time? Because you're coming out of renting. Why did you decide that you didn't want to rent anymore?
Mostly cost. Rent was going up significantly for a lease renewal, and I just knew like I had to make a choice to either keep pouring into something that I wasn't going to own, or buy something and build some equity and such. So this really it ended up being the cheaper option in the long run that actually profits me in way of owning something. I own something.
Yeah. And I mean, you told me what your rent was before.
Yeah.
And the mortgage on this house, which we're going to turn around, and we're going to put it behind us right now. Come on, get back in here. See, this is the house right there. The mortgage on this is less than your rent.
Yeah. It, like after the rent would be going up about $900 less to own this.
Unbelievable. So before picking up the phone and calling me, you were like, there's all these costs associated with being a homeowner. Were they as much as you thought?
No, not at first. I definitely, like, it's been a learning curve of things that upfront costs that I was learning. But it's been totally affordable. It's still less than my rent hike. So
that's what I say. There's no losing, only winning and learning, right?
Yes, yeah.
And always ask the question, right?
Yeah.
You always ask the question, because if you don't ask the question, the answer is always no. So we started asking the questions. Okay, what's your home buying power? And then we decided the area that you wanted to live in, because you want to be close to someone who's special in your life. And how many places did we look at?
We looked at, this would have made our fifth house that we looked at.
Yeah, this was our fifth house that we looked at. And to be honest, the first four were junk.
It was rough.
It was rough. and
understatement.
but that's why we go look at them, right? We go look at them because the pictures lie. The pictures don't always tell the story.
Photographers are good. Let's just be honest.
They are good. But from your point of view, from looking from the outside to where we are today, because we got the home inspection going on today. 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks from initial contact to actually maybe less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks today.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, because I think it is 2 weeks today. So from getting pre-qualified with a lender to setting up an MLS home search, you look at the homes and then choosing some ones that we want to look at, and then going out one afternoon and looking at 5 to finding this house right here in Ashland City. Under $300,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, amazing view out the back off the deck, right? I mean, exceeded your expectations.
Absolutely.
And you actually said to me when we were at the house, like the other day, you were like, does this normally happen?
It was scary to believe that, like, is it possible to find something good? Like, especially after everything that we had seen. Yeah, this time frame, I was just like, oh, do I dare feel this way about something so quickly?
So, to wrap up, let's talk about, before you reached out to me and picked up the phone, and any fear that you had then at that point. Because we hadn't talked in a while. We met a couple of years ago here when I first moved to Middle Tennessee, and I know your sister, and we met, and what were some of the fears that you had before you picked up the phone and called me?
I thought, honestly, for one thing, I was going to have to do a lot of the work, and I didn't know what the work was. So that's the beauty of finding a really awesome real estate agent, just realistically.
Keep me humble.
That was just the beauty of it, because I haven't had to worry, and like I can ask you questions. If you don't know the answers, you find them. Like
Yeah.
it's been a really smooth process in that way. So like any fear about who, what, when, where, why, like there's someone that can help you. It's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And same thing on the lending side. Like I was terrified of what that process would look like, and sure, I wouldn't qualify for anything. And like I was shocked by what I could, and truthfully, not just what I was approved for, but what I could actually afford.
Yeah, and you had to jump through some smaller hoops. Like there are some upfront costs with buying a house, like your home inspection, like your appraisal,
Yes.
like your down payment.
Yeah.
You know, those things. But you asked questions there too, and some people, you know, helped you out with some of the potential down payment costs,
Yeah.
some of the closing costs.
Yes.
You've got to put earnest money down, you know, as a deposit when you buy a house. But all that happened within 2 weeks when you started asking questions, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And you said you wanted to end the rent cycle, and you wanted to be a homeowner and stop pouring money down the drain.
Yeah.
And we got this great house.
Yeah, I'm so
it's so beautiful. I mean,
Which one is it?
I mean, it's that one. It's the blue one with the timbers. We got this great house with an amazing back deck here in Ashland City, Tennessee. And there's so much construction going on around here, as you can hear. And there's more going on down the road. And it's just a perfect home for you to start out with as a first-time home buyer. And we all know how crazy it is in this market too. And we got in this under $300,000, okay? So we're excited about that. It's less than 2 years old. Gosh, hey, thanks for letting me partner with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for doing this video with me today, and putting yourself out there so we can help other people, because that's what it's all about. That's why I do what I get to do every day, and I am honored to partner with you, Chelsea, on this journey. Excited about your future in this home here in Ashland City. So thank you.